What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. Did you miss me? Because I definitely miss being in front of the camera, so I'm so excited to get this first video of 2025 kicked off today. Today's video is just going to be a nice little chit chat, just me and you, so grab a snack, make sure you get yourself comfortable, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get this one started. Not gonna lie, you know, when I was setting up my lights and everything and getting my camera all set up, I was just genuinely so excited to actually get in front of the camera and make a video. And it's been far too long. I've missed making YouTube videos so much, but all will be explained. And in today's video, I just kind of want to go by like what happened in 2024 and the goals of 2025. So first off, let me say Happy New Year. Hope everyone's got their own goals for the year ahead. Let me know in the comments below, what are your goals for 2025? What are you looking to achieve this year? In my experience of coaching, I find that, you know, the presence of a plan is the first issue that people have. People don't tend to have a plan. So what have you got planned for this year? What do you actually want to get out of it? The first goal that I've got, which is separate to the categories that I'm going to shortly, is that I am actually looking to buy a house this year. I feel like the time is right. I feel like I'm ready to take that next step in life. So I'm actively looking at the market right now. And the kind of internal target that I've set myself is I'd like to be in my own space by summer 2025. But we will see what happens. I've already taken the first steps towards that. I've hired a mortgage advisor. I have got my agreement in principle, so that stuff's already, the ball's already rolling. In fact, a lot of that's already done. So the next step right now is for me to find the property, well, find a few properties that I like, because I actually haven't been to view any in person just yet. But I do want to start like putting those feelers out, going to see a few properties, and then hopefully you'll see me making YouTube videos in a brand spanking new house someday soon. And I think that would be a really cool thing for me to document, to, you know, talk about the house buying process and what it entails. It's something that I'm very new to. Like before this all happened, and I was kind of thinking maybe it's time for me to start looking at a house. I didn't know a thing about mortgages. I didn't know a thing about like the house buying process at all. So I've been doing so much research into it, and maybe it'll be cool for me to document and talk about that kind of thing as well. As far as my own goals go, I've kind of categorized them into 3 different topics. So I've got physical health goals, I've got mental health goals, and then I've got business goals. I've got them all written down right here, so let's go over them. So when it comes to physical health, I've been training the same way for quite some time now. Since the COVID lockdown finished and the gyms reopened again, I've been training very much the same way. It's a very simple 4-day split that works for me. It's bodybuilding style, it's kind of like individual body part training. It's completely custom to what works for me. And don't get me wrong, I've gotten great results from that method of training for the past 4 years or so. But this year, to be honest, I've been kind of finding myself like struggling to kind of like just stay motivated with it. I think the best way I can describe it is it just feels like something's missing from my training. And when I really had to like think about it, I was kind of thinking it would be nice to have like a bit more of a social element towards my training. Because the gym that I train at, it's fine. I go in, I put my headphones on, I train for an hour-ish, and I go home. But it's not really the kind of gym atmosphere where people like socialize and connect with each other. Maybe that's something to do with it being a commercial gym, I don't really know. But either way, considering I train 4 to 5 times per week, it'll be nice to actually like, you know people and like make friends with people. So with that in mind, I've actually gone ahead and joined the new gym for 2025, and that is Unit 7 Liverpool. Now, Unit 7 is quite well known for its kind of functional training style and its small group PT kind of model, and that's what I really like about it. So I've fully joined as a client. I'm going to be involved in the small group PT program. Hopefully it's a new way for me to kind of like train in a different way rather than just kind of classic bodybuilding all the time. And also it'll be a great way for me to connect with like-minded people, you know, just make some friends. And I also think the change in training style will be really beneficial to me, because in 2025 I want to get more flexible, I want to have better cardiovascular health, I want to get better at running, because right now I feel like I can't run 5k without feeling like I might die. So I'm super excited to get started with them. As well as that, with capoeira. So capoeira is something that I've had a bit of a tough time with this year. Due to various like injuries and things, I just haven't really been training that much, and as a result my capoeira just doesn't feel anywhere near the standard that I want it to be at this moment in time. So I did spend a fair bit of time rehabbing myself this year to make sure I'm a bit more injury free. My body does feel great now compared to what it did last year. Don't get me wrong, we're still not 100% out of the woods yet. My right shoulder still giving me quite a bit of trouble, so I'm having that treated in a couple of weeks time. But yeah, I've told myself that my goal is to stick to training capoeira 2 times a week, and I really want to feel confident with my capoeira by the time that my next birthday comes around in October. There's just no excuse for me not to feel like confident in my capoeira. I've been training for over 5 years now, kind of on and off because of injuries, but it's long enough for me to feel confident in my capoeira. And right now I just don't, so I really want to get back to that stage. Most particularly, I want to get the pancake stretch down, and I want to get my handstands probably locked in. So they're like my 2 kind of specific things in capoeira that I want to get sorted. Of course, I'm going to document all of this, by the way. I want to document, you know, my journey at Unit 7. I want to document my progress in capoeira. Who knows, maybe it'll inspire you to try some of the same stuff. Moving on to mental health goals. So sleep pattern is something that I need to address quite quickly. I think sleep for me is definitely a big part of me making sure that I feel good for the day, as I'm sure it is for many of you as well. But you know, I used to have a very good regimented sleep pattern, and I feel like that's just kind of slipped away over the past few months, and I need to get that back on track. So I've told myself at least in January, I'm going to start very conservative. I'm going to start with just like 11 till 7. That's an 8-hour sleep window. No snoozing when I get up. That still gives me plenty of time to get up in the morning and get ready for work, etc, etc. If you follow me on Instagram, which of course you do because everyone who watches my YouTube videos also follows my Instagram, you'll know that lunchtime walks used to be such like a non-negotiable for me, and again, that's something that just slipped. I've got no excuse for this, guys. I'm just going to be open with you, and I think that's a large reason why kind of like I've struggled throughout 2024 is because like my usual habits and routines were just not quite there. So on dry days when the weather allows, lunchtime walks are going to be non-negotiable again. On rainy days where it's probably just not really possible for me to go for a walk, because I live so close to the office, I'm just going to come home and I'm going to do a session of stretching. As part of my mental health goals, I want to cover social life, because one thing that I do feel like I let slip way too much in 2024 was my friendships, and I feel really bad about that because I kind of feel like, you know, there's a lot of people who I should have stayed in contact with and seen a lot more than I have, and I just haven't. And again, being upfront and honest with you guys, I've got no excuse for it really. It just is what it is, and it's something that I want to be better with, and I'm going to make a conscious effort to be better with. So I've kind of told myself that I just want to make an effort to do something social as a minimum once a week. And I literally went ahead and I wrote a list of names of people who I want to hang out with a bit more this year, and also a separate list of people who I want to reach out to who I actually haven't spoken to in a very long time, and who would be really nice for me to see again. I just know that like it's not like I did it on purpose in 2024, it just kind of happened. And I just know that I can't let that happen again, because I like to think I'm a good friend to those around me. I like to think that, you know, I'm kind of someone who people can so easily talk to. I just feel like this past year I wasn't very accessible, and that's something that I know that I need to change for the sake of my mental health. It will just help me. It will just help me feel a lot more fulfilled. It will just help me, like, you know, from a well-being perspective. So yeah, that's quite a big thing that I want to do this year. And when I say something social, I don't even mind if it's just like a phone call with someone who I haven't spoken to for a while once a week, or just going for a coffee. It doesn't need to be anything like massive. And that brings us to our business goals. And to be honest, I think this is going to be the most difficult section for me to fulfill. But I like a challenge. I know that I need to like make some moves. So here's what I want to achieve business wise. So I know when it comes to content creation, especially YouTube, Instagram, I've just been so poor 2024. Like I just haven't been good enough, and it's kind of annoyed me that I let it get to the standard that it did. Yeah, once again, I'm not going to make any excuses. It's something that just happened, and it's something that I need to be better with. So I've told myself very simply, YouTube once a week. And I think the reason, you know, one of the reasons that I kind of feel like I slipped off YouTube was because I feel like the YouTube channel previously became something that I didn't intend it to. YouTube was always supposed to be a creative outlet for me to kind of like share my life with you, but I wanted to kind of keep the key themes towards, you know, business, fitness, that kind of thing, you know, the topics that I like really specialize in, or that I feel like I specialize in. And I kind of feel like the channel became something that it wasn't intended to be, and therefore, because, you know, it was content that like I was making just because I needed to upload something. I think it was kind of like I knew that it wasn't really aligning with me, and that I needed that I just kind of like, as a result, I was just kind of like, well, I don't really want to make that content anymore, so I just stopped. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kind of switched it up a little bit there and then, but I didn't. So yeah, that's the goal for 2025, to make sure that I actually do keep topics like, I do want to share my life with you. I want to document everything that I do, but also I want to like really talk about like topics in business, in fitness. I want to like, you know, because, you know, I kind of have two jobs right now. I've got my coaching business, and, you know, I'm an engineer at the medical supply company that I work for as well. And both jobs, I love them both, and I have no reason to stop one to do the other. I know a lot of people will say just specialize in one thing, or that maybe, you know, one of them won't succeed fully until the other one has been quit, so you can fully focus on one, if that makes sense. I understand people will say that, but here's the honest truth. I like doing what I do right now. I like my job as an engineer in the medical supply company that I do, and I like my job coaching people, and I like them both. And right now, I don't feel like I have any reason to drop one of them or put more focus into one than the other. I like putting equal kind of focus into both. It helps me keep my business skills sharp. It helps me keep my, you know, kind of fitness expertise sharp. It helps me, like, coaching, like, as a general rule, I think I was put on this earth to coach. And like, coaching is something that I want to do for life, full stop. So the biggest thing is, when it comes to YouTube, I just want to document, not create. I don't just want to kind of like create, I don't want to create like very forced videos. I want to actually like document progress, and I want to show you that life as, you know, a 30-something human being doesn't have to be this Instagram perfect thing. It's not, you know, people always show the best of them on Instagram, and I don't want to be like that. I want to show you the ups and downs. I want to show you the nitty gritty. And I want to show you that it's just very, very possible to just enjoy all aspects of life. Like, even the rough part. I feel like that was a very long-winded way for me to explain that I'm just gonna be on YouTube once a week, but yeah, you can expect videos once a week, put it that way. So there you have it, guys. That kind of covers my physical, mental, and business-related goals for 2025, and I am so excited. I've actually, you know, today is the 1st of January, and today I do feel very motivated, and I know that this isn't going to last, this feeling of motivation. The real challenge is for me to carry it on even when I don't feel like doing it. But I will say that the act of, you know, just making my goals, you know, I've been making these goals over the past like 2 to 3 weeks, and even just like acting upon it, like going to Unit 7 to get myself onboarded, setting up this camera setup today and sitting in front of the camera has just got me feeling so good, and I feel like this is right. There are many reasons why 2024 was quite rough, and to be honest, I can't complain because I was due a rough year. Because since the COVID lockdown, when I kind of like, you know, probably got settled with life in the UK, I've got to be honest, life has just gone up and up and up and up and up. And I know that I was just due a rough year, so I can't have any complaints. I'm not complaining about it whatsoever. It just is what it is. If anything, it was a nice reality check for me to like stay on my toes. And hopefully you can just tell my energy and the way I'm coming across in this video. I just really want to get stuck into this year, and I'm really excited to see where it could take me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up here. Hopefully that gives you a little snapshot of what I'm looking to achieve in 2025, what you can expect from this channel, and what you can expect from, you know, my socials going forward. But I'm still curious to know what your goals are for 2025 and what you want to achieve. So let me know in the comments what you are looking to do. Let me also say it's felt so good to get in front of the camera again. I'm so excited to just bring you more content in 2025, and hopefully you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoy creating it. So let's crush 2025. I hope you have the most amazing year. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more future content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.